Good evening and welcome to the 5 o'clock news. I'm Pete Ferryman.
And I'm Nora Hart. First at 5, the suspect accused of killing a man and injuring 2 others in a shooting at the Vancouver Mall on Halloween made his first court appearance today.
Fox 12's McKenna Marks joins us now live from the Clark County Courthouse with the latest updates. McKenna, what can you tell us?
Yeah, that's right, Pete. Nora, 32-year-old Travis Ward, he appeared in court on Zoom today after he was arrested at a home in Vancouver on Saturday. Now, Ward is accused of killing 1 man and injuring 2 others in a shooting at the Vancouver Mall on Halloween. Travis Ward is facing 1 count of first-degree murder and 2 counts of first-degree assault.
Can you tell me what your name is?
According to court documents, Ward was wearing a Joker mask while he followed one of the victims around the mall before shooting the man, identified as James Perez, in the back of the head. On Sunday, I spoke to the 2 men injured in the shooting. Daniel Martin was shot in the foot, and Brandon Lear was shot just below his ribs. While both men are out of the hospital and are now on the road to recovery, their family tells me they have all been traumatized.
I just grabbed my 5-year-old and basically dove into the corner. Brandon grabbed my 3-year-old and just put her next to me, and Brandon was like, "Are you hit?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And Brandon, I think he was saying, I think I got hit too.
Vancouver police confirmed with Fox 12 that they believe the shooting was targeted.
And I looked over and I saw the gunman basically just unloading the rest of his magazine into the guy on the ground.
Both men were at the mall with family and friends to take their children trick-or-treating. The whole family witnessed the shooting.
What's there to say he opened fire in a mall that was doing a function for children? What kind of human being does that?
While their lives have been upended, the family tells me their family has a sense of relief now that the alleged gunman is off the streets. Moving forward, the family wants to see the community come together.
This is one of those times where I think we definitely need to pull together and do better than what happened at the mall.
Ward is scheduled to be officially arraigned this Thursday. He will be held without bail until then. And again, Ward is facing 1 count of first-degree murder and 2 counts of first-degree assault. Live in Vancouver, McKenna Marks, Fox 12 Oregon.